Hey, look. Hey. I'm in that bin, been waiting to spin. In a club they can get in. All they got is their friends, but it won't happen in the end. When that corner I been, waited I kick that. Touches immaculate, finna get a kickback. Long as I'm stacking up front, forward, center, ain't no left back. I'm a brother's keeper, you can bet that.
After finishing third at the 2018 World Cup, their best finish in national team history, Belgium remains the only top nation to have never won a World Cup or continental trophy. Meet Joachim Van Der Bruggen, an 18-year-old forward recently discovered by Josh Osborne in Belgium. Glen Foy hopes Joachim, his first youth academy player promoted to the senior team, will become a foundational piece for an evolving club that has up to this point been stuck in mediocrity. Now the question is, can he help Palace immediately, and then in the long term, can he help Belgium finally get over the hump? So obviously, I said a lot, but Joachim is going to be our first Crystal Palace player. We've been everywhere. Obviously, we started with Glen Foy being the manager for the New York Red Bulls. We went, scouted all over the world, found a bunch of good players, young players, trained them, let them get playing time, sent them off. Obviously got rich in the process because we saying it like it was a charity or out of the goodness of our heart, because we did give them a chance to play and develop, but then we got a lot of money off it. But that's what most of the careers have been from FIFA 14 to this point. Now, after letting them all go on to greener pastures, we ended up with the Wycombe Wanderers. We got them to the Champions League. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's, I don't know. The second division of England, basically. And so now we're here at Crystal Palace, and in FIFA, they were in the Champions League as well. But we decided, hey, we got to switch something up. We're not going to ever win with Wanderers. They're not a big enough club, not enough of a budget, not enough seriousness. So we're here, Crystal Palace, first game for Joachim, coming in the 83rd, was it? Tied at 2. This is a big moment. Now, can't really expect a lot, but looked like my boy scored real quick too. That's impossible. That is impeccable. That is, shoot, what's some other M words? That's crazy that this man scored like that. He just wiggled around the whole defense and made the keeper look dumb. Because he literally stood there and just, what? I don't know. Like, at that point, you have to dive or commit or do something. But hey, ain't my problem. I always say that. I always say I like watching good football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, unless the idiot thing that you do results in my success. So that is a really crucial goal. We all know Palace is not supposed to be able to compete with Chelsea, because even now in present day, they don't compete. Now, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss, because now that they won that little Capital One Cup or whatever it's called now, whatever the heck they won the other day, now they're playing better. They're having better players and stuff like that. But, I mean, historically, they're not supposed to be able to do what we just did. This man played 10 minutes, 3 shots. One of them was a goal, and it was a game winner. So that's a great way to start your career. What did they win? What trophy? And I know it. The FA Cup. That's what they just won. And crazy enough, right? So I started rocking with Crystal Palace around, I want to say, the Super Bowl last year. So, what, February? And not even last year, it's this year. It would have been earlier this year. So around February, I've been rocking with them. And then I started watching all their games. And obviously, they got some players, bro. Like Gene Phillip, nice, right? But Ezzy was my guy. He's on Liverpool right now. And I treat soccer the same way I treat basketball. I'm a player type of person. So what are we doing right now? We got the Caribou Cup coming up. So yeah, I'm a player type of person. So I'm not going to say I'm a Liverpool fan right now. I'm really low-key a free agent. But then, it's also crazy. Woody Johnson just purchased, I think, Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken. Became a significant part owner in July 2025. So here we are. We're about to jump in against this Swindon Town 70-something minute. I'm not about to make that my specialty of knowing what minute we get in, but we're up by 1. And make that 2. And the crazy thing, I need to go back and look, bro. I don't think Joachim was scoring no goals like that, bro. I really don't think he was like that. And that is kind of the deviation. Like, we have already seen it from FIFA 14 to now, where some of the games like 14, 15, I think 16, 17, a lot of those games were them going on to new clubs. So it was like I basically could do whatever I want, score as many goals as I want, and help them flourish. I think this is a little bit different because just like the Wanderers that we've had for the past couple of games, we're playing on the club that they were technically on. And obviously you see here Patrick Vieira as the coach, which is clearly night and day compared to Glen Foy, not even trying to be funny. But in all seriousness, yeah, like it's kind of strange because I can't really duplicate the success, and I'm really trying to do even better with these careers. I'm not trying to actually duplicate anything that happened before, especially for most of those situations, not much happened. So I'm actually trying to go back on my map and see what the heck did he do in his first season with Palace, just for reference, because he is out here making people look stupid, for sure. So yeah, I'm kind of quiet. I'm just trying to find. So that's not the year I'm looking for. And for some reason too, what I'm looking for right now is saying a lot of 2025 and stuff. Like, so I believe in Van Der Bruggen's first year, he only played 26 games and had 1 goal. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading it right. But hey, this is like a little bit of a break from reality in that sense, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it was. 1 goal. So we already passed that. We already blew that out of the water. So what's next? We're just going to continue to make him better. So this is a thing that goes back to what I used to do for MLB Road to the Show, where I used to show how we would get these guys to be better. I kind of struggled with this. I kind of debated, did I want to show it, did I not want to show it? But if you realize, we normally try to help him level up right before a game. So it makes sense, like, that we're showing it. A lot of other times we'll just play and then whatever happens, happens. It actually, this may be, all right, it's tied at 0. This may be the first time that our player actually got better. For the last couple games, I want to say another one. 84th minute, another game winner, bro. And they always kick. There go my boy Eze. Eze, let's go. Normally they sub Eze out for him, but yeah, bro. Normally, past couple games, oh, let me get that rebound, fool. That's the thing I don't like, man. If you're a goalie and you knock it down, you cannot knock it back to someone that is trying to score and that has that mindset. Because somebody might have frozen that situation, not us. But yeah, it's been kind of strange. They haven't been getting better. He's getting better because we're showing we're, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of games you can just simulate and they get better. But nah, past couple FIFA games, they've been on some bull. I got the game winner either way. I'm happy. I really do enjoy that they're allowing us to just jump in. Now, obviously, I think if you become a starter and you gain the coach's trust, we're going to have to play the whole game. But right now, I'm not tripping over that because, like I said, his role wasn't really that big in real life. Well, not real life, but in FIFA 13 when he first came in, his role was never that big. I think we were just trying to get promoted. We were just trying to be a solid squad. Because remember, Crystal Palace originally had gotten to the Premier League in 2012 to 2013, right? So when we were playing FIFA 13, or at the end of that season, so when we were playing FIFA 13, they were still in the Champions, which is the second division of England, right? And so by the time we got to them in the actual game, which I think might have been like 2021 or something, when we finally got there, which is what you're seeing here, we got there like March 2021. We had to get them promoted. So we had to go through like a whole process as opposed to how this is where they're already promoted, if that makes sense. So we ain't got to do much. We just got to play well in the few minutes that he's given. And shoot, we've scored every match that we've been in so far. So I think we've answered the bell. Next thing is I do try to make it similar to what happened in FIFA 13. So we're not going to try to like go crazy and go win the FA Cup, for example. We're not going to try to go win it. We're not going to try to go win the league either. So we got some offers right here. And I'm only showing it so you realize like he could have got sent. And a lot of times, I realize now that's because the coach trust, the top left, is not that high. So like in the previous FIFA games when we kept getting those warnings and those, oh, we might trade you or this where you might go, all those kinds of things. And it's not even a trade. It's a different game. I don't know, bro. I was thinking about that the other day because I was playing FC 26 and I was like, yeah, don't make me trade you. And I was like, hold up. Trade? This ain't baseball. This ain't basketball. This ain't football. But yeah, transfer. So yeah, once you have a low rating with the coach, they're going to try to get you up out of there. And in some instances, like we've seen in the previous FIFA games I've played, it works out. Like you end up going to a club where you could be a star. In some places, they were just doing it because the guy was young too. It wasn't even just the coach trust or whatever it was. The one that surprised me, I think it was Coolwick. I was like, why? Or how the hell is Coolwick being able to hang with this big club? Like, how come they ain't send his ass packing? Because what club was he on? I can see the colors in my head. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. He was on Aston. We got another goal, by the way. 84th minute. We needed that goal because, bro, we was down. We needed that. Yeah, he was on Aston. So I was super confused as to how the heck he was able to stay on that squad. And then even, let's think about it too, even Francisco. Francisco's that's a big time club that he was on with Atletico Madrid, and he stayed on. But yeah, I'm trying to think, who was the ones that got loaned out early? Yeah, we needed that versus West Brom. We got another one? Hey, about time we got a multiple score game. Okay, imagine coming in, putting the team on your back, and he only 18, bro. Chabi, I know he for sure went to that smaller club. For sure did. Because he was on Chelsea. I think Sam, that's his name. Yeah, I think Sam did. Out of Germany. If I'm not mistaken. I think he went to America and then he ended up going to one of those. Nah, he was going to Berlin or something. I don't know. My boy Joachim going off and I'm sitting here trying to go down memory lane with stuff I don't remember. I know Javi did. The original guy from Spain. Because he went to that second tier team. But either which way, man, bro just came off the bench and won the game for us. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's going to look a little bit different. It's not exactly the way it should be, but I'd rather him come out here, score a bunch of goals, be successful, because the focus is now on him than it be that nonsense where he was on the squad for like 26 appearances and got one goal. Because that's the thing, too. When I was playing, whenever I did play, I remember he wasn't on us as a starter. Boy played 13 minutes, bro. 13 minutes and scored twice and won the game for the squad. But I always say that, man. I always say that when I play FIFA. The more shots, the more of a chance we have to win. So he had 4 shots in them 13 minutes. Like, if I ever play a game and you see I only shot it one time, I wasn't trying to win. I wasn't taking them serious. I was bullshitting. There's no other way to explain it. Ooh, that was nice. That was a really nice defensive play, though. Look at it. Bro, he just kicked the ball real far, went and got it, and brought it back. Because that wasn't the best. And man, did he sneak that by the goalie. That wasn't the best ball control display I've ever seen in my life. It really wasn't. But he kicked it far enough. Nobody was over there. Went and got it back and snuck it by the defender. Right there, that idiot, bro. You missed. That's all that happened. He missed. Could have poked it away, missed. Then let him get a point blank range opportunity to win the game. A lot of chances right here, though. Just easily, yeah. I think they called offsides on this, though, because we would have had 3 points if they did. Yeah, they called offsides. Jeez, bro. His foot right above. And it's so dumb that they called that offsides when it got deflected back. Because if it got deflected back to Joachim and he scored it, it would have been a goal. So soccer is really strange, but you do need rules. Like, you can't just, like, not dribble the basketball and score all the time. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be rules. You can't play football and not have, like, hey, intentional grounding or holding or pass interference. Like, there has to be rules. You can't just be doing stuff. So, what's this? FA, I think I saw. Ipswich is a really weird team because they're always fluctuating between the champions and the premier. But what do they even call it now? They don't even call it the champions no more. What is the second league in England? Yeah, the EFL Championship. Yeah, the championship. I've been saying it right. Oh, well, no, I think I've been saying the Champions League, which I think is a tournament and definitely different. No, it's the Caribou. I don't know why I thought I saw FA. Either way, we're right here. We up in the 81st minute, 1-0 when I'm about to jump in the game. So we just got to finish strong. I like this little colorway. It's crazy, too, because I actually enjoyed. Let's go. It didn't even take me 2 minutes to score. And that's the theme, too. When you get in here, we putting pressure, bro. We trying to score. We're not wasting no time. We're not. And this is what I said, too. They subbed him for Ezzy. Well, probably not for Ezzy, but you know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily ever play together. But, yeah, whatever. One of the reasons why I liked Palace, that was easy as hell. That was too easy. Is because, you know, their colors are literally the color of a Malta bottle. I was just sitting there one day and I was like, hold up. Because I was buying a bunch of Malta. Especially ever since I moved here where I live, where it's available. I've been buying the hell out of that stuff. Oh, no way. They would just get another cheap goal right before the 90th minute. Out here stomping Ipswich. Oh, well. I don't feel no remorse for them. He does look different. I mean, he don't look like Francisco, but the bald head, I guess. And then the fair skin. Oh, my gosh. Idiot. That was a nice little goal, going all the way across the body. He definitely probably wasn't expecting that. Yeah, as a goalkeeper, you got me face to face. You don't know which way I'm gonna go. It's crazy though. It makes me mad that they got 18-year-olds bald. It's like Kobe when he tried to be like Jordan. He went bald at like 18, 19 years old. This man is in high school bald. That's kind of the way it's making me think like these boys is tripping. Ain't no way I was about to be, well, was I bald when I was 18, 19? I might have been, actually. You know how your mom be getting you the cut where it's like, yeah, this the good cut that's going to last you 2 weeks? I actually think I was bald when I was that age. Oh, man, if I ever go look, yeah, it was either I was bald or my hair was scrabby. All right, so I got my first 10.0 match rating because 10 minutes, 2 goals. Might have been 100% on my percentage. Maybe that's why. Look, he's just outrunning them. It's like one of those things. It's like a track meet, bro. It's like watching Usain Bolt run. It's like watching a really good running back when he gets to the second level. It's a track meet. And the crazy part that makes you know this dude is like really fast. I want to see the fastest soccer player race, the fastest football player, baseball, all that stuff. You know why? Because they're running that fast, pulling away from people with a ball at their feet. I think that makes it different. If he just, I don't know, man, there got to be some sports science like how they used to do on ESPN back in the day. There got to be something that could tell us or help us to understand the dynamic or the correlation. I feel like you got to be even faster, especially if you can really handle the ball. You're not sitting there and just kicking it forward. Like if you kick the ball a mile, first of all, in those kinds of situations, the goal is gonna go get it, right? So if you can keep the ball right there under you and you're running as fast as he seems to be running and running away from people, you gotta be fast. That's a whole nother type of speed because if you think about it, either that or soccer players are slow, especially defenders. Because I should be able to catch you. I should be able to catch up to you, right? You would think. You got the ball, I don't. I just got to run my natural run. And I really do need to sprint because you about to score. But yeah, he got a little trophy. That's the cool thing about these games too as we get to the newer games. The little man of the match trophy. That'd be crazy in real life if you're a soccer player. Now we're getting in the 81st minute again. I think we're down by one. But that would be sick. Like if every game you get one of those, where do you even put them? Especially if you're nice. All right, we tied it up. Let's go. Fulham was about to get rid of us out this tournament, but not before I had something to say about it. Crazy enough, I don't think much of these dudes are on the present day team. Now that I'm actually paying attention. That's easy money. Anytime he gets out ahead like that and it's one-on-one, as a keeper, that's why I was asking someone, man. I was asking somebody. It might have been an actual goalie that I know from the school that I work at. I was asking them, like, don't you think it's hard to be a goalie? Like, doesn't the net seem bigger behind you? Because in that situation right there, it's a two-way go. Four-way go because I could go lower left, lower right, upper left, upper right, and I could go right over your head. So it's like a five-way go. That's why I feel like to be a goalie, you got to be athletic. Have to be. You got to be able to throw and contort and swing your body all kind of ways because I can score all kind of ways. So I got a 7.1 rating. I only took the one shot that saved us and tied the game up, saved us from elimination. Or this might be a double elimination. Like not double elimination, but a aggregate game. Like right here in this situation, man, like if I was to ever be good at soccer, bro, this is what I would want to be good at. Is just running away from people and then being able to finish. Because I feel like there's different skills, just like with any other sport. I feel like there's a lot of guys that can't run away from people, and there's a lot of guys that can't score. That'll be right in that same point blank range and kick it over the net. And that's basically what I'm used to seeing every time I watch. Them boys be point blank kicking it over. A great run or a great pass, kick it over. All right, this is the FA Cup against Birmingham City. I always think it's strange how they have other countries with the same city names as the ones here in America. But then you think, okay, a lot of people did come from overseas to America and brought those names and things with them. But yeah, imagine that. Birmingham City in the UK is probably a nice, quiet place. Birmingham in about Alabama? Shoot. That's where my boy TLE Cinco is from. Google that. SoundCloud that. Look it up. iTunes it. Whatever you want to do. Instagram it. Yeah. Pretty sure it's two different worlds. So we're up 1-0 in like the 83rd. So all we got to do is finish this game. It's raining. But yeah, look, the aesthetics of this game, bro, is over with. First of all, look at the rain on the camera. Like I'm saying, the game looks beautiful. I know a lot of people complain about sports games that they always just pump out the next same game. Shoot, they had kids in the crowd. This game is hard, bro. I like the graphics. I feel like it is a little bit of a jump from 21, bro. And like I said, right now I'm playing FC 26. I got some stuff cooking. I actually only played one game, and I'm not gonna be playing as we get to Present day, I'm not actually playing a player career, so I don't get to see this view. Yeah, so I kind of gave away a little bit of what I'm doing present day, but Joachim turned up, came in the game, he saw, he conquered. This game over with. Bro, chill out, man. That's a red card. You lucky the game was already finished. And he really wasn't anywhere near the box, so it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have been like a penalty. It'd have been a free kick or something. But yeah, every game he's been in, he scored. One thing I should have done, and I'm definitely doing it now, is up the goddamn difficulty, bro. I'll be cheating. I ain't gonna hold you. Not necessarily cheating, but like I'm a little bit better than I give myself credit. Right? Certain situations I do up the difficulty and I'm still able to play well for the most part. The only game that is hard to up the difficulty is baseball, bro. They be on some bull crap. Y'all gonna see when y'all get to because I have everything already basically pre-recorded and stuff like that. Y'all gonna see. Baseball is some bull crap when you try to up the difficulty. This is a game that even since FIFA 13, like I can up the difficulty for the most part and be fine. Especially if I play the whole match, I'll score. I'll be fine. But this is also a little bit different jumping in at the end. And I don't mind being a super sub, especially for someone that's 18 years old. You don't want to be, I mean, I guess. You got your Maul. He's a star. He's a starter. Everyday player. I don't know. I don't think Joachim is that. Because even when we signed Joachim, right, I could go look back. We're tied at 0 here. This is a crucial moment. I think like the 79th. So we got some work to do. But yeah, I could go look back. Like when we signed Joachim, I don't think he was supposed to be the world's greatest player. So yeah, we're out of this tournament. And actually, it was tied at 0, and then we came in and allowed them to score, actually. That's what it looked like. So it was going for a 0-0 tie, and then they blew it open and scored. Took the lead. Obviously, I could go see after this if it's an aggregate game, but yeah, I didn't do shit. And look, oh, dang. You see what I said earlier? No assists, no shots. 13 minutes. Normally, I could score about two times in that 13 minutes. So, I don't know. One thing I'm about to go look at real quick is Joachim. When we got him, what he was talking about. It has to be somewhere here close to. I don't have to look too hard to find him. So he'd probably be right here. When we signed them, beginning of our second year with Palace. And when we signed Joachim, because it wasn't just him. It was this other dude right here named Sells, too, from Belgium. What we got going? What we got left? Fulham. Yeah, it was an aggregate game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's tied 1-1. What? 1-1 where? I'm confused, huh? So when we got Van Der Bruggen got the 91 potential when we signed him at 17. He had the 91 potential, but yeah, we out of there now. Now we out of there. They beat us 2-1. I don't even know when we got the other one, because unless, yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm so confused right now, but that's what happens when I be researching and not paying attention. But yeah, Van Der Bruggen is supposed to be good. He was a 91. But yeah, that's what I was saying. When we first got to Palace, we had a couple dudes. Like, we had Enos Sells. He was supposed to be at 86 at some point. Who else we had? We had Michael Bunn. We had a couple dudes, but those are the two guys that we had from Belgium right away. I think might have had some more people. Well, Bunn is from England. He's not from Belgium. I think we had Nico Defour. He was supposed to be a 94. And then we had Thomas DeVille. He was supposed to be a 94. So yeah, if y'all ever go back and look at FIFA 13, we had it built. For sure had it built. Had some guys that could play right away. And if I remember, Josh Osborne, when we got him as our scouting guy, he was cheap or we spent the bag. Had to be we spent the bag. I could go back and look though. I ain't doing nothing. shoot, season over anyway. Season over for us anyway. We in January. So yeah, season over with, man. We scored in every game that we played, except for the last two. We really did a good job. I mean, I think for him being someone that has the career trajectory to be a 91 overall, that was a great way to start it. And like I said before, it's especially fun because in the original FIFA 13 game, he had 26, 28 matches and 1 goal. So we for sure exceeded those expectations. Now, if I could freaking exceed my own expectations and tell you how much we paid, because we had $12 million, and when we got Osborne, we broke the bank. We gave him half of that money. So, of course, he hit the ground running, got us some really good talent from Belgium and from England. And you see that here with Joachim. And there goes the end to another one of my videos. I want to say thank you for watching. See you soon.